students, welcome to the video lecture of subject water resources engineering. So today we will see unit 4, that is minor and micro irrigation. So today's topic is topic 4.2, percolation tanks and lift irrigation scheme. Myself Rushali Mane, lecturer in civil engineering department, NIT Polytechnic, Nagpur. Then vision of the institute: excellence in technical education to empower youth. Mission: impart quality technical education to prepare students with excellent technical skills. Then develop competent and employable diploma engineers and responsible citizens. Strengthen industry institute interaction. Then vision of the department: to impart excellent civil engineering skills to develop employable civil diploma engineers. Then mission: imparting the modern technical skills as per the requirement of the industry to improve employability. Then to develop social and environmental responsible civil engineers. And effective implementation of teaching learning process to benefit students. Then course outcome. So course outcome mapped here are to execute the minor and micro irrigation schemes. So in this topic we will learn about how minor and micro irrigation schemes are executed. Then unit outcome: explain the procedure of construction of Bandhara percolation tanks and any type of minor and micro irrigation schemes. Then prepare a checklist for maintenance of Bandhara irrigation, percolation tanks and any other type of minor and micro irrigation schemes. Then program outcomes mapped here are basic and discipline knowledge, then design development of solutions, then engineering practices for society, sustainability and environment, project management and lifelong learning. Percolation tanks. तो percolation tanks क्या होते हैं? When water percolates through the soil and ground water level is increased. So percolation tanks are needed to raise the ground water in command area. percolation tank इसलिए चाहिए कि ground water जो है command area में available हो सके. तो this increase in water table leads to raising of water tables in wells, which helps in increasing lift irrigation. तो percolation tank से क्या होता है? percolation tank प्रोवाइड करने से जो ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल है वो इंक्रीज़ होता है और वाटर जो है वो वेल में अवेलेबल रहेगा फॉर लिफ्ट इरिगेशन. तो जो भी एरिया में रिवर या लेक होते हैं उस एरिया के वेल्स में वाटर लेवल अच्छा रहता है. सो थ्रू दिस मेथड well irrigation can be executed. So percolation tanks are needed for reducing evaporation loss of water and also reducing cost of irrigation. So evaporation loss कम होने की वजह से cost of irrigation कम हो जाता है, तो ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी ऑफ वाटर अवेलेबल रहेगा. द परकोलेशन टैंक कंस्ट्रक्शन. तो कंस्ट्रक्शन परकोलेशन टैंक का क्या होता है कि इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ अर्दन बंड मीन्स अर्दन एम्बैंकमेंट कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ सैंडी केसिंग, मतलब सैंड का केसिंग होता है, एंड क्लेई हर्थिंग, मतलब हार्ड इंटरनल पोर्शन जो सेंट्रल पोर्शन रहेगा वो क्ले का रहेगा फॉर रिटेनिंग वाटर ऑन अपस्ट्रीम साइड. उसके अपस्ट्रीम साइड में वाटर रिटेन किया जा सकता है. देन रिप्रैप इज प्रोवाइडेड ऑन अपस्ट्रीम साइड टू प्रोटेक्ट बर्न. रिप्रैप मीन्स स्टोन पिचिंग, स्टोन्स प्रोवाइड किए जा सकते हैं ताकि जो स्लोप है वो प्रॉपरली प्रोटेक्ट हो जाए. देन कट ऑफ ट्रेंच इज प्रोवाइडेड एट द सेंटर ऑफ द हर्थिंग इन फाउंडेशन ऑफ टैंक. फाउंडेशन में कट ऑफ ट्रेंच प्रोवाइड करना ज़रूरी है. देन दे आर कंस्ट्रक्टेड ऑन परवियस सॉइल so that water percolates from foundation and is available in downstream side in well for lift irrigation when required. Then water is then pumped for irrigating crops. It is an indirect system of irrigation. So water is indirectly available for irrigation. Water is not directly applied for irrigation. So percolation tank कंस्ट्रक्ट करके क्या होता है, सिर्फ ग्राउंड वाटर लेवल बढ़ाने के लिए percolation टैंक होने चाहिए. परवियस सॉइल होता है, इम्परवियस सॉइल नहीं. परवियस सॉइल से वाटर क्या करेगा, परकोलेट करेगा और वेल का वाटर लेवल बढ़ाएगा. सो इट इज़ एन इनडायरेक्ट सिस्टम ऑफ इरिगेशन. So site selection for percolation tanks. The tank bed should be pervious so that water percolates and join groundwater table. The stream should have sufficient discharge in monsoon, should have sufficient number of wells on downstream side of the tank. Then good agricultural land should be available near each well for irrigating the crops. The flanks on both sides of the nala should be rising with steep slopes. The availability of material of construction, labor, machinery, approach road are the other requirements. So जहाँ भी पर्कोलेशन टैंक है उसके ये साइट सिलेक्शन है, मतलब जो भी नाला है वो प्रॉपरली लेवल, मतलब उसका वाटर लेवल उसमें अच्छा होना चाहिए, अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ मटेरियल्स अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो दीज आर द पॉइंट्स फॉर साइट सिलेक्शन फॉर पर्कोलेशन टैंक. Then advantages: total cost of project is low. Then construction is simple, hence no skilled labor is required. Then better utilization of natural resources can be made. तो सारे natural resources ही use होते हैं. Then benefits of percolation tank are indirect and no outlet for direct irrigation is provided. आउटलेट की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, वाटर परकोलेट हो रहा है और लेवल वेल का वाटर लेवल बढ़ रहा है. वाटर गोज अंडरग्राउंड, पासेस थ्रू अननोन सीम्स एंड पार्शियली ट्रैप्ड बाय वेल एज आइसोलेटेड एट आइसोलेटेड प्लेसेस. तो वाटर क्या होता है, अंडरग्राउंड में पास होता है और बीच में ही कहीं ट्रैप हो जाता है वेल में और वहाँ पर वाटर लेवल बढ़ जाता है. So these are the advantages. Then disadvantages: commanded area by percolation tank is uncertain. मतलब कौन कितना एरिया वो कवर करेगा पर्कोलेशन टैंक, वो अनसर्टन है. द एफिशिएंसी लो है, वाटर जिस स्पीड से पर्कोलेट करेगा उसी से पानी वाटर टेबल ग्राउंड वाटर टेबल का लेवल बढ़ेगा, तो एफिशिएंसी लो रहना ही है. द डैम में स्लिप एंड फेल ड्यू टू सीपेज फैक्टर. सीपेज फैक्टर यहाँ पर इम्पॉर्टेंट है, लेकिन सीपेज फैक्टर की वजह से जो डैम पोर्शन है वो फेल हो सकता है. सो दीज आर द component parts of percolation tank. Earthen berm to form a tank, so here picture is given. Then cut off trench to prevent the seepage through foundation. So cut off trench you can see at the bottom side. Then broad crested weir of small length, so broad crested weir is also provided up at the upper portion. So these are the component parts of the percolation tank. Then lift irrigation. So method of irrigation in which water is transported by pumps and pipelines instead of natural flow is known as lift irrigation. Means इसमें क्या होता है, वाटर को लिफ्ट किया जाता है पम्प्स और पाइपलाइन से, इसको बोला जाता है लिफ्ट इरिगेशन. So where the irrigation water is available at the low level than that of land to be irrigated, the lift system of irrigation comes into place. मतलब जहाँ लैंड से लोअर लेवल पे होता है वाटर लेवल, तो उस समय वाटर को लिफ्ट करना पड़ता है. सो इन दिस सिस्टम द वाटर इज लिफ्टेड फ्रॉम द सोर्सेज बाय सुटेबल लिफ्टिंग डिवाइसेस लाइक पम्प्स और अदर मैकेनिकल एंड कन्वेड टू द एग्रीकल्चरल लैंड थ्रू द वाटर कोर्सेज अंडर ग्रेविटी. तो वाटर को इनिशियली लिफ्ट किया जाता है और फिर थ्रू ग्रेविटी क्रॉप्स में पानी पहुँचाया जाता है. When the irrigation water is available at the lower level than that of land to be irrigated, the lift system of irrigation comes into place. In this system, water is lifted from the sources by a suitable lifting pump like mechanical and conveyed to agricultural land through the water courses under gravity. Then components of irrigation, lift irrigation. So these are the components. So what are the components, we'll see here. Intake well, then intake pipeline is given. From this intake well, here is suction pipe, jack well, minimum water level is there, high flood level. Then water is pumped through centrifugal pump, ground level, rising main, pumping level, centrifugal pump here again. Then delivery chamber cum pumping house for the next stage, and command area, ground level. So this is the components of lift irrigation. Then what are the components of lift irrigation, we will see one by one. A channel is constructed to divert the flow of water into inlet chamber. Then What is inlet chamber? It avoids the entry of silt and debris into jack well. Then jack well, it is provided to facilitate the location of an engine house above high flood level and allows pumping during floods. And next is inlet pipe. It is used to convey water from inlet chamber to jack well. It is provided with a proper gradient. Then engine house, it is a small storage room to accommodate the engines and pumps to be installed. Then rising main, it is a pipe used for carrying water from well to delivery chamber. In delivery chamber, the water from rising main is collected here and then it is allowed to flow in filled ditches. Then water distribution system, a system which distributes water from delivery chamber to filled channels. Then differentiate between lift and canal irrigation. So we'll see the differentiation between lift and canal irrigation. So lifting devices are required in lift irrigation. No such devices are required in canal irrigation. Then farmers have no control of supply in lift irrigation. Then farmers have no control on supply of water. In lift irrigation, farmers have control on supply of water. Then in lift irrigation, chances of water logging is reduced. In canal irrigation, causes water logging. Then defects in pump can delay in farming. No pumping, no delays in canal irrigation. Then in lift irrigation, supply depends on availability of power, obviously. Then in canal irrigation, no supply depends on availability. No supply depends on the power. Then irrigation capacity is small in lift irrigation. Irrigation capacity is large comparatively in canal irrigation. Then water is economically used. Then here in canal irrigation, wastage of water may occur. Then scheme is costly. Lift irrigation scheme is less costly as compared to lift irrigation because there is no lifting devices and all things required. So these are the points of comparison between lift and canal irrigation. Then points of comparison between lift and surface irrigation. So it is subsurface flow, it is surface flow. Then lift irrigation is flow under pressure, surface is flow under gravity. Then in lift evaporation losses are less, in surface evaporation losses are more. Then lifting devices are required to lift water. Here in surface irrigation, lifting devices are not required. Then proper control on water supply in lift irrigation, no control of water supply. Then water supply depend on power in lift. In surface, water supply does not depend on power. Water can be used economically. Irrigation capacity is large, irrigation capacity is small. Then maintenance cost is more in lift irrigation scheme, maintenance cost is less in irrigation scheme. Then chances of water logging less, chances of water logging is more. So surface irrigation is basically canal irrigation, you can say as surface irrigation. So irrigation area is small, irrigation area is large. So these are the points of comparison between lift and surface irrigation. So summary, what is mean by percolation tank? What are the location, components, advantages and disadvantages of percolation tank? Then lift irrigation scheme, layout of lift irrigation scheme, components of lift irrigation scheme. So assignment questions, draw the layout of lift irrigation scheme and enlist various valves provided in lift irrigation scheme. What are the advantages and disadvantages of percolation tank? Just state any 4 points for selection of site for percolation tank. Then differentiate between lift and canal irrigation. So this was about today's lecture. So thank you.